Think of the people who are the best performers that you know at anything. Sports, I don't care, is it somebody in sports, somebody in music, somebody in business, whoever they are. Think of the best world-class, greatest performers you know and ask yourself, why are they so good? Most of us, if we stop and think about that, we think of a few things. We say, well, they must have some unbelievable, inborn, special ability to do exactly what they're doing. Talent, that's what we mean when we say talent. Or we say, you know what, they have worked unbelievably hard. They have worked harder than anybody else. The trouble is, when you think about them, and certainly when the researchers look into them, they don't hold up very well, okay? So what can it be? The answer is something that the researchers call deliberate practice, but don't think that that is practice as most of us think of it. It is a very specifically defined set of activities. It isn't work and it isn't play. The essence of this deliberate practice activity is focusing on specific activities that you need to get better at, pushing yourself just beyond what you're able to do easily right now, and working on that over and over and over intensively until you can do it. Now, for example, Tiger has been observed to take a bunch of golf balls into a bunker, sand trap, and drop them in the sand and then step on them. So he has got a virtually impossible buried lie, and he will hit those balls out of that lie over and over and over. Now, he may encounter that lie in actual play 1, 2, 3 times a year. And if those were his only opportunities to hit that particular shot, he'd do it terribly, just like I do, and just like most golfers do. But that's because we haven't hit that shot 200 times, and he has. And that, repeated in 1,000 different ways and over a period of many, many years, is the difference. So, people ask, how can I apply this? Let's look at somebody everybody knows, Chris Rock, arguably the most successful comedian out there right now. He had a huge concert coming up, New Year's Eve, the New Year's between 2007 and 2008. He worked on it in perfect accord with all the principles of deliberate practice, meaning he started months earlier in small comedy clubs, building the routine over and over and over. He was always trying to push himself just beyond what he had, because he had some jokes that worked and some that didn't, and he was always trying to push past the ones that didn't and find more that did. Now, this couldn't have been easy for him. It was an enormous amount of work, and because he was always pushing, he was going to tell some jokes that wouldn't work. Okay? There was always going to be a high element of failure in the deliberate practice activities, which is the way it always is. But after he went through it for months and months, he had assembled a 2-hour routine that was all winners. Okay? And so he did it. The concert was a huge success. The tour is a huge success. And he did it exactly in accord with what makes all great performers great performers.